Hello everybody and welcome to the announcement of the updates of the exclusive tour shootout guides. Yes, we will obviously adapt to the recent course rotation that we do have in the game of Golf Clash. So if you are interested in improving your win percentage or start winning more than 50% on the tour you are playing, we do offer tour shootout guides for tour 7 up to tour 13, and you will a little bit later in this video see an example on how we build our guides, which is one of a kind, and we are building them to make them as simple as possible to follow and to give you a chance to easily get yourself winning more than 50% of the games, catering to clubs that is adapted to what the general player is using on the specific tours. Obviously you can then play that with higher level clubs. You can adapt it to lower level clubs if you would like. We also focus only on free-to-play balls, which is, when it comes to free-to-play, it means that it's a ball that you can obtain in the game without having to pay for it. So it's all from navigators, quasars, katanas, kingmakers, and titans. So it's in that span of balls where we are catering to. So tour number 7 up to tour number 13 will be up for a grabs. So scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtom. You do have a link in the description down below. Once you do sign up for the package called Exclusive Tour SO Guide or any of the Diamond package, because the Diamond package includes tour guides and tournament guides, is a combination package, then you get the possibility to access our guides on our website because it's a login feature there. And all that type of information will be in the welcome email that you will receive upon sign up. So once again, if you do want to take the next step in tour play and start crushing tour play, improving, clearing tours out, you name it, but mainly to save yourself some time, save yourself some stupid losses because you don't maybe know exactly how to play that part 3, then you get our exclusive tour SO guides on Patreon. Now let's have a look at an example guide for you to understand how we build our guides and why, and also why to for you to sign up and improve with them. All right, let's have a look at an example guide, and this is not the tour 9 that we have in the game. I want to be perfectly clear with that. This is only for display, to display the different parts of the guide for me, to show you how good these shootout guides are and how much ahead these guides are of any other shootout guides that you can find out there in the community. First, when you have the front page, you can see the links here on the left. Live clickable links to useful places, including exclusive Telegram tour chat. Yes, we do have Telegram chats where you can ask questions if you would like, if a shot is not going as you would like. And we see the website, YouTube as well, on Patreon. Proper version control, so you know which version of the guide you have. Sometimes we do make updates in the middle of the month. Sometimes not, but it's also in terms of like when it comes to a new month and we do make updates, then we change the month and stuff like that. General advice: this is strongly recommended to be read through because it gives you information about what type of power ball setting to use, what type of ball we suggest to use, what type of drive, what type of wood club, and on some tours we suggest even what type of long iron. It also explains to you that we are catering to the mid-range of the specific wind resistance ball that we are choosing to use. Like take for an example, on tour number 12 we're using Kingmaker as a base ball, then it's a mid Kingmaker wind that we are, or mid wind 3 wind that we are catering the shots for. If you have a very low wind or a very high wind compared to that, then you're going to have to make some personal tweaks. Now you do have some curl picture as well. We are going to in the live guide that goes out to the public, we're going to have pictures that is more extensive than that, showing more pictures of curl, but it's also going to show overpower and underpower. Now we move to this page, which is a menu slide with easy to identify hole images to take you straight to the hole you need, saving you time. So here we are just pressing the picture of the green or the par 3 that we're playing, and boom, we're going to jump directly to that hole. And for the sake of the example, we're going to press this one, part de Paris hole number 2, and you can see here now it jumps directly to that. If you do want to navigate directly back, you use this home button where you press and you get back to this page again. That is a super smooth way of navigating, and it also helps you, especially when you don't know what par 3 or what shootout to expect when you go to shootout in regular tour play. So very easy to jump back and forth. The absolute biggest thing with these guides is the landing position, in my opinion. Landing spot pictures nearly always before spin. Simple. So why landing position before spin? Sure, it's simple, like I say there, but it's also the fact that if we are playing a shootout and if we're setting the spins first, then we will have to change the landing position many times when the wind is not exactly like that wind direction when we're playing. So our technique here is to work with before spin, so we can use the ball guideline as a reference together with the range positions to give ourselves a very solid landing spot, where we then from there are just tweaking with spins, and then obviously adjustment and curl and stuff like that to always keep one spot if we can. Obviously, there will be times where we do have two landing positions, because you might not be able to play the same shot in tailwind as you can do in headwind and stuff like that. 8 wind specific info box would give you adjustment, spin, and curl, very similar to the golden shot in terms of the spins and such, but here we are adding the adjustment in that box as well, together with the curl to keep everything in one place. Whole overview and landing spot to give you a little X there where would you want the ball to land the first time, just as an extra help, especially if the par 3 is very similar on right and left sides. Easy to just display, okay, we're gonna bounce here. Then we do have key written advice and instructions, easy to follow, and this is just an info box giving you the those little secret tips that might this par 3 need. And sometimes there isn't really much else to say, but sometimes there's actually quite a bit to say to help you in your journey of winning more in tour play. So when it comes to these guides, you can access them by scanning the QR code here at the top of my beautiful head, and then you do have the link to patreon.com/golf-tommy in the description down below. Have in mind that once you sign up, you get a welcome email, and that will give you all the information on how you access the guide, so you can download your own copy and get starting right away. Choose between Tour 7 up to Tour 13 and start becoming, or continue to be, a great tour player. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this video where I've been going through our exclusive tour shootout guide, the best shootout guide by far that there is on the market. And as I always say, when it comes to investing in a guide, it's actually for you to save money, because when you're playing in tour play, especially if you go up to a new tour or you play a tour where you're not really familiar with the courses, especially the shootouts, then it's always going to be a big learning curve in the beginning, and you're gonna lose some games that you don't really have to do. But if you don't really have anything to follow in the beginning, you somewhat are forced to lose a bunch of games to actually learn how to play those specific holes, and that's what the guides are doing for you. It shortens down the time you take yourself to be somewhat dialed in and win more than 50% of the games on the specific tour that you are playing, which means that you're gonna lose less coins and you're gonna then spend less time, which is in the end, time is money. So if you do want to become a winning player on the tour that you're playing, or you just want to increase the win percentage on the tour that you're playing, make sure to scan the QR code here on the screen, or use the link patreon.com/golf-tommy that is in the description down below. Sign up, and then you will get an information email on how you access the shootout guide, and you can start playing immediately. There's no waiting time. So as soon as as you have signed up, you can start playing tour play and start crushing your opponent. Thank you once again for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in your Golf Clash game.